Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video upload. So as you can see from the title, this is going to be a makeup tutorial kind of video. So if you're interested on how I achieved this look or the products that I used, keep watching and I hope you enjoy. And today I'm going to be showing you how I do my makeup. I plan for it to take about 30 minutes because I have somewhere to go, places to be, people to see. Let's just dive straight in. I've already done my edges, that's why I have this cute little scarf on. I like putting on lip gloss right before I start my makeup just so that my lips are not chapped. This is my favorite lip gloss ever. I've already done my skin prep as well. I've put on moisturizer, toner, everything, so my skin is prepped. It's looking a bit glowy, and it's also in the night time, so I don't have to put any sunscreen on, so I'll go straight in with the makeup. So first things first, I'm gonna go in with my primer. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me primer, and this is the hydrating primer. I already learned my lesson with this one. You only need very little, you don't need a lot, so just like a pea size, especially if your face is not dry. My face is actually oily and I love hydrating products. I don't mind it when my face looks oily. What I like to go in with next is my contour, because I'm doing a technique called underpainting, and I found like that is the technique that works the best, especially if you're trying to do a light beat, because you don't have to cake on products, because with a full beat then you'd like do the whole thing of putting on your foundation and then you put on your other cream products. But with underpainting, you just put the products like right where they need to be placed. So for example, with my contour, you know that the contour goes all around your face, like in the perimeter of your face, to make sure you're shaping your face how you want it to be shaped. So what I do is I just put a drop on the back of my hand and blend it out with this brush, and then I'll just go in with a brush. So I put it right over here, right under my cheekbones, and then I'll go into my jawline a bit, cheekbones, jawline, then around my face. Around my face like this, and then I just take a little more if I need some, and then I do the same thing on this other side of my face. She gon' steal my heart, ain't no doubt about it, girl. You're everything. So put some on my nose and the inside of my eye, like just what's left on the brush. You don't need to do too much with that. Next, after that is when I go in with my foundation. That is the Maybelline Fit Me as well. I like this brand of Maybelline. Like, this is what I use for my contour and this is what I use for my foundation. So you can see it's not such a big difference, but yeah, this is what I use for my foundation. I went to town and got shade matched. Yeah, I just needed to do it, but I'm never doing that again, because ended up buying it for a very absurd price. Imagine 1800 for this little tube, and on Beauty Click this foundation is less than 1200. Imagine. But it's because I needed my shade matched as well, and I was impatient because I was even planning to go to Carrefour. At least in Carrefour this product costs about 1400, which is more reasonable. 1800 I just felt stolen from, but then I was thankful because the shade matched me, and it's quite an impressive shade match, I would say. So yeah, I still don't regret it. I'm glad I got this foundation. So what I do, I just put it around the areas where I put my contour, so that when I put my concealer, I can just have a seamless blend, because I'm planning to put my concealer here, I'm putting my foundation here, and you remember I put my contour here. So I'm just like creating a gradient as well for it, and I'm making sure I blend really well. And as you can see, like, my face is starting to look clean, it's starting to look put together, and just I love makeup. Oh my god, I think I look so good. Anyways, next, this is what I'm using as my blush. Don't judge me. This is a lipstick my friend bought me.
She knows, oh yeah, cause she knows, oh, she knows,
The expiry dates are just suggestions. You don't need to take them serious. And if you do, more power to you. I'm gonna use my new brush. If you watched my last video, you know about this brush. Oh my god, I love it. And I'm yet to learn like blush placement for my face shape. So if you have any tips on like blush placement for this face shape that I have, because I don't even know what face shape I have. Sometimes I think I have a round face shape, and then sometimes I also think I have oval face shape. For example, right now I think I have an oval face shape because of the thing I've put on my head. Sometimes I think it's square as well. Just like taking the blush all the way. Oh, I look so pretty, the cute cheeks. Actually, look, I just go all the way. Love it. I love it. For my concealer, I'm going to be going in with this Fenty foundation. They had a sale, I think, at 25th Hive. So I went and got a shade match, and then the shade match just ended up not shade matching the way I wanted it to shade match, you know? Let me just say that. So here we are using this foundation as my concealer, which I'm not mad at because it has a very sheer finish. So what I just did, I just did the same thing with everything else. I put it at the back of my hand and blended it up. Just tapped it so that it's evenly covered all over the brush. And then once I've made sure it's evenly covered, then I go in.
I'll wake you up with some breakfast in bed. I'll bring you coffee.
A shade lighter than my foundation shade, let me say, or a shade lighter than my skin, as you can see. So it works well for like a concealer. I make sure I blend it up with the blush as well so that there are no harsh lines. So I like doing one. I make sure I really get into that under eye and also the top of my eyes. So I like doing one side at a time so that after I'm done, I can just use the excess product to also brighten like the bottom part of where I put my contour. So I just add some more product on top of what I had on there. Then I go in for the second side. Let me do my other side, then I'll come back and show you what I do next. I'm also doing the same thing here at the top of my face. But it's blending in so well. Oh my god. I love this Fenty foundation actually. I wish I could get it like now in my shade. I would love it. Because this Fenty foundation is just like a shade lighter, what I do now is going in with much lighter concealer, and I just go with a little bit here in the inner corner of my eye, and I'd make sure that I don't place it like right under my eye, because as you can see, I don't know where I got this Louis Vuitton bags under my eyes all of a sudden, and I had like 12 hours of sleep. Anyway, pisses me off. But yeah, I put this lighter concealer just there, kidogo tu, usieke mingi, kidogo. And then I'm just going to set everything up. I already showed you my setting spray. I'm going to set everything, and then I'll blend the concealer out and then set it again, then go in with my powder. Very nice, very nice. Setting. Hey. I just had a little jam session as I was waiting for it to dry down, and I blended out this side. So I'm gonna do the same for this side. I love it actually. I love it. I think it looks so pretty. Like after it's blended out, definitely. So I just make sure that I'm concentrating the product on my under eye, like right on my under eye, so I don't bring it down too much. I just make sure I'm focusing it all in my under eye because I want to bring the brightness in my under eye, nowhere else. Anyways, we're done with the concealer. A little bit more setting spray and then we'll get into the powders. Ooh, very nice. Cue jam session number 2 as we wait for this to dry. Everything's dry now, so we go in with the powder. The powder I'm using is from LA Girl. As you can see, she has been through quite a lot, and I've also hit pan, but I love it. So what I do with the setting powder is I just roll it around and it stays like this on the powder puff. And what I do, I just buff the excess in the back, or not the back, the front of my hand like this. I look like I put my face, hey, English has gotten lost. So I put my face looking down like this, but my eyes looking up, so that I create space under my eye. So I just like doing this to make sure, like to just prevent creasing as much as possible. But you know, we are human and creasing happens, okay? And I'm only human. All over. And I use the same technique as I did with my concealer. The excess goes on my cheeks, yes. I repeat the same thing on the other side. And because I also get an oily forehead, let me just do her justice and set her down. I just press that down and voila. And then now I'm gonna work on my contour, and I'll show you how I do it as well. The contour I'm using is just a setting powder as well from Maybelline. I need to get a bronzer, but I don't know where to get one, and I don't even know how to go about like looking for one. So what I do, I just do the same thing that I did with the contour. I just place it exactly where I placed the contour. That's where I'm gonna place my contour setting powder. And because I'm the last step of my makeup, I like pushing back this scarf and also get some product on my edges, so that I don't have just that sharp demarcation line. I get into my hairline a little bit, just where my edges are. And then yeah, I'll also wash it off like when I'm washing off my makeup. I like going into my nose bridge to give me just a little bit more definition. And then I'm also going to put some like here at the edge of my eyes. After doing my contour and my powder, so now I just put this same face powder like all over my face, but then I'm kicking it in just to make sure everything is blended seamlessly. And making sure that the places that had not been set are getting set. So yeah, just to make sure everything is going inside and gelling and blending together. Right now it's 7:20 and I started at around 6:40. I've taken about 40 minutes. And I'm on my last steps. And then once I'm done caking everything like that, I just do a final swirl, tap off the excess, and then you just go in now like this. This makes sure that you are removing any excess product from your face, and also just brings everything together as well. This is my final step with my face. One last step that I like to do is bringing back some color to my cheeks, because with all the products that I had put, my blush right now is like barely non-existent. I like to use this palette. I got it from Du Bois. Let me use this one. I used to like it. I don't know why I stopped using it. So, oh, I know why I like it now. I love it. Like, it's making me, ooh, girl, why do I look like I was born with it? I like putting just a little bit of the excess on my nose. I love blush. Like, during the blush phase of my makeup is when I feel like such a girl. And then I also use it on my eyes because it's a light beat. I don't want to do too much with my eyes. This is the same. I don't add any more. Okay, I can add a little bit more for my eyes, but just a tiny bit, not too much. Yeah, I'm looking crazy. If I'm looking crazy on my cheeks, I just go in with this brush, the one that had the powder. I blend it out. We cue jam session.
Are these sexy girls in the club?
Now it's time for the eyes. Anyway, like right where the light is hitting my face is where I'm putting the highlight. So as you can see, it's hitting this part of my nose. Then I'm also putting a little bit the apple of my cheeks. Also some right here, though I've not done my brows yet. And then let's do my brows. I first go in with this comb. I just comb out any excess products that might be inside my brows. And I just draw a line. I draw a line at the bottom. The leftover product is now what I use for the rest of the brow, and I just brush it up to remove the harsh line that I had put when I underlined my brow. Just to make it more even, I just like to go in and comb it out a bit. I'm combing up and outwards. Yeah, just like that. The difference is not so much, but it's there. Like you can see this side and this side, there's kind of like a difference. So I'm gonna do it on this side as well. Like to put a little wing here. And then I do the same thing in my inner corner. So I just just like that. That's how I do my eyes. Wow, I love it. This is how it looks. So you can see the difference between this eye and this eye. Like this one looks more open. It's because I've done my lashes, and I haven't even curled my lashes before like putting the mascara on, and already you can see the difference. Love mascara. Let me do my other eye. I'll do my bottom lashes as well, and then come back to show you my lip combo. I want to do my lip combo, so I'm going to use this brown lip and just line my lips. It doesn't have to be perfect. I do that because I'm also going to go in with this Huda lipstick in the shade Zuri. I think it's her darkest shade. People never used to like these lipsticks. I don't know if they still don't like them, and then I don't mind. But it goes on nice, see? And then I do the same for the top lip. And after that, I go in with this Maybelline gloss in the shade Amber. I actually hated this gloss the first time I bought it, because then it's the type that makes you look like you have crack on, like you're on crack. If I only put this alone, I'll just look like I've been doing crack. So I just like putting dots in the middle of my lip like this, and then yeah, and I add a bit more. This is the final product.
Thought I had it right this time. Said he did too, but I guess not this time. I don't know what he wants from me. I offered him all of me. I don't know.